I was reading a book. Somebody was saying that women naturally submit when they feel loved. When love is there, and submission is not a struggle. But when love is out of the picture, it is more of dictatorship. That is where submission inakuwa more of a struggle. So maybe men should try this. How about you try to show more love? When you show more love, submission naturally just flows.
I think also adding on that, I've learned so many things for the little years that we've stayed with her. For the first 1 year, 2 years, it was chaotic because, let's say, I didn't know how to handle her when she's angry. I didn't know how to cool her. But what I've come to realize, how I can describe this perspective of marriage, especially in the area of mistrust, marriage is like, let's say you've planted grass. You plant it today. If you walk away, what happens? The grass keeps on drying. But if you plant this grass, every day you keep on pouring water, day by day, that grass will be pure green. If you see a small weed, you uproot. Exactly, the weed in it. So it happens the same in marriage. The moment we, as men now, the moment we love our wives, the moment we show them love, in as much they're having mistakes, and then you show them love in a good way, love comes in automatically. But if we judge them, things will be chaotic. Yeah.
You know, Jeff, in as much as you're speaking for the boy child, let's have balance. That do to me what you expect me to do for you. Because I cannot love you and you're abusive. Like there are men who think that battering your wife is a love language. And you know you're hurting the other person. So you beat me and you do all the bad things and then you expect to get that I'm going to do the opposite and give you love. Sometimes it might not work. So I'm only going to be doing it out of an obligation, but it is not what I want. The same way with women. Let's give our men a humble time that you're going to respect them as a human being. Learn your husband's love language.
Very true.
If this is what he needs, this is his expectation for me, give that. And you'll find that you're giving the other person a humble time to love you and to be with you. Because outside here, men are going through so much.
Very true.
In as much as women, we are also working and we want that empowerment. But the world is not fair to the boy child. So the only safe place that they're going to find is at home. And if he's going to come back and I'm there to encourage them, you are there to support them, ask them how their day was, what do you need, and all that. When he also feels that he is loved, sometimes someone will give you so much good that it becomes difficult kumfanyia vibaya. Because you'll be like, sitamfanyia vibaya, nisimkose, na hiyo uzuri yote amenipatia. So in marriage is about intentionality. I should be intentional as a wife and also as a husband to do good to my spouse so that hiyo ndio nitapata. But nikipanda ubaya, hawezi panda ubaya na ungoje ati what you're going to repeat. It will not work.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is very, very much profound.
Wow, amazing. I think we are warming up. Do you know that we have not even started? We've not even gone to the topic for today. And I'm sure so many of you are benefiting from what is being discussed here. You are learning a lot of things about marriage, and you are realizing that what you are going through, you are not alone. There are other marriages that are going through the same. And as you listen to this show, you start getting your healing even from the advices we are getting from our professional. So mistrust. Let's demystify this.
Okay, in a nutshell, after all is said, what do you describe? What is mistrust? And what are the causes, the key causes of mistrust in a marriage?
Mistrust is when you're suspicious of your spouse on everything. There are people that when their spouse is not with them, they have even to call their friends and ask, are you with Jeff? Are you with James? And if you find that their friends do not know where they are, and you have to call. There are people who call you and ask you, video call, I see where you are. Because literally they don't
Trust, yes.
And mistrust is the opposite of
Trust. Yeah.
So anytime that you anytime that you're staying with your spouse and you're just expecting them to do anything bad, you're expecting them to hurt you. You don't see anything good with them unless they are with you.
Yeah.
At your face, you're with them. But anytime they're out, you just feel no. You need to police them. There are people who, when you come home and you're asleep, they're on your phone. They want to see everyone that you called.
Talking.
I think that
They want to see every place that you went. The M-Pesa messages, whom did you pay? Today, where did you go? All that. It's because there's something in them that says, I cannot trust this person.
Yes.
And mistrust comes out of so many issues. Like maybe you were wounded when you were a child. There are people who came from families that the caregivers or the parent were not there.
Okay.
They were not absent. Maybe someone was orphaned while they were young. And there's also people who their parents were not present.
Sure.
We have parents that are there, but they're not present in the lives of their children.
Okay.
So these children grow up knowing that love is conditional. There are times that the parents, when they are present, they are so loving. And when they are not there, they are not there. And then there are also children who have been left with caregivers who do not care.
Yeah.
They are just there to stay with these children so that they grow and go away from them, but they are not present in their lives. So as a parent, be intentional in how you're raising your child so that we also break this pattern of people growing up and they are wounded. So when they go out to their marriages, they carry that mistrust.
They have that trauma.
Yeah, because mistrust comes in two ways. There's mistrust that will develop in the marriage, and there's that one that you're coming with. So the one that you're coming with is the one that you'll develop because of childhood wounds.
Yes.
Did you have a present parent? Were you shown that anytime you do good, that is when you're gifted, or you are told, Mercy, you did good? And as a parent, you're supposed to love your children at all times.
Yes.
Whether they've made a mistake, they're still your children. You correct them and you move.
Yes.
But when your children know that mom huwa ananipenda, saa zile tumeosha vyombo, tumefanya kila kitu. So these children will do everything right just because they want to feel
Make
the
you
love
happy,
of the parent. And once they grow up and they get married, they'll be conditioned to, I have to do something good
to
so
be
that
loved, yes.
my husband loves me. So anytime, for example, mistakes happen in life, and sometimes I'll do something without wanting to hurt you,
Yes.
but it has happened.
Yeah.
So they'll have that mistrust of, that person does not love me because of what happened. Then there's this mistrust that develops
In the
while
marriage.
you're in the marriage.
Yes.
That one can happen in case you go through infidelity. If your partner ametoka nje, when they come back, there are people who decide hawatakaa pamoja na kuna wale ambao hukaa pamoja. Despite that, atakusamehea, but there are things that do not go the same as before.
Yes.
A story is told of a Japanese cup ambaye ilipasuka ikavujika. Then because kwa sababu alipenda hiyo kikombe sana, alichukua akaipeleka ikatengenezwa. So wakati ilirudishwa, it is the pieces they'll knit together with a substance that is kind of gold.
Yes.
It's called kisungi, something like that.
Yes.
Then they returned the cup together. But it will have so many cracks.
Yeah.
It is the same thing. So once you make a choice, because it is a choice that someone makes to go outside of their marriage, when you come back, I might decide that I'm going to stay with you.
Yeah.
But we are going to knit back the marriage, but it will never be the same. Because every time I see that cup, I'll see.
Oh, it reminds you.
It will always remind me.
Yeah.
I think that is very powerful. We have so many viewers that are in such a scenario. It's a very difficult and paining moment where the husband found the wife or the wife found the husband.
Yes.
What is your take? How can you tell them, or what advice can you try to advise that couple or that marriage? Because we understand we have some in that situation as we speak.
You can heal in any situation in marriage, but it must be intentional that the both of you decide that in the marriage yetu, and we are going to work and repair it and make it work. Because if that person did not decide that I'm going to take this cup In as much I'm imagining kuna pieces zile zilikuwa kidogo sana, lakini alishikanisha zote mpaka kikombe ikakuwa.
Yes.
And it also takes time. Because a whole cup ndio nirudishanisha hizo pieces zote, sitarudishanisha very fast the way the original cup was done.
Yes.
It is the same thing with marriage. Ya kwanza, you know, trust is a drop. You said you stayed for 6 years, I've stayed for 18 years. In all those years ambaye tumekaa kwa marriage,
Yeah.
trust ni kila siku. We are working.
day.
It's a drop that we are
every
putting
Yes.
somewhere, working in our marriage so that ikue. But you will find that people destroy their trust. Ni kama anachota akimwaga. It said you're pouring it in bucket. Because you'll find a very beautiful girl today, and because maybe umekuwa resentful, kuna issues zenye ziko underlying in your marriage, una decide that you are going to cheat. And sometimes people do it mara moja and they don't do it because they become remorseful. But imagine you've taken 18 years or 6 years of your life, umeimwaga. So saying that you're going to rebuild that, it'll take time.
takes time.
And sometimes people are different. Kuna mtu atakusamehea na hiyo ikuwe si issue tena. But kuna mtu atakusamehea lakini kila kitu utakuwa unafanya
In fact, I was
Anakukumbusha in
to ask,
that
I was to
line.
ask that question.
Yeah.
I feel in my spirit there is a question from our viewer. Let me just frame it. This is the husband. He has gotten the wife, and then they've actually apologized and everything. But every time there is a case or there's something small, the wife keeps on telling the
Bringing it up,
husband,
yes.
this and this happened. That
Yes.
is, let's say 5 years ago. The same case to a man, this and this happened. What advice can you tell the couples that have been to that situation, but one of them keep on going back
Yes.
after
They are still stewing in that
Yes,
in
yes.
that pot.
Revisiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgiveness does not mean that I've forgotten what you did. I choose to forgive you because I need to have peace. First for myself, not for you.
Yes.
And if there are children involved, because most people when they say that we are coming back together because of infidelity, huwa hawakuji pamoja because of, they must be because of what has caused. There are those who will stay because of children. There are those who have abandonment issues, abandonment attachment issues, because maybe sikulelewa na mzazi ama niliona my parents wameachana.
Yes.
So staki the same thing happened kwangu. So what will I do? That is why you'll find people stay in very toxic marriages and they are just there. Wewe ukimwangalia from outside utauliza
Yes.
huyu kwa
Well,
nini ako hapa?
Yes.
But it is because they don't want to be left alone. So what do they choose? They choose to stay.